Hey guys, what's going on? So today we are on the alpha server again, and we are in the Nether Island. Now I didn't think I was gonna make any more videos on the alpha server, especially on the weapons, until my friend showed me this one. So the weapon is called the Fire Veil Wand. It gives you 50 damage and 200 intelligence, and its ability called Fire Veil basically creates this kind of ring of fire around you for 5 seconds, and it deals a certain amount of damage based on your mana per second to mobs. Now this actually follows you around, so wherever you go, the damage particles also come with you for the 5 seconds. It has a 1 second cooldown and a 150 mana cost, and you can only put ultimate wise 5 on it and nothing else, which obviously reduces the mana cost to 75. Now I'll show you guys what makes this so good in a second, but first let's talk about the cheap crafting cost. So to craft this, you need a stick, 10 spell powder, and 10 luminous powder. You get the spell powder from killing the major outlaw, and each time you kill it gives you 1. Now the major outlaw is extremely easy to kill, as you can see in this clip. Then the luminous dust is from the Ashfang boss. This again is a little bit harder, but still really easy to kill, especially with a group of people, and this also gives you 1. So honestly, to craft this, it would probably take you maybe 20 to 30 minutes to craft. That's how long it took my friend. And you really don't need any add-ons for it either, other than Ultimate Wise 5. So now let's get into testing, and let me show you guys why it's so good. So first, I'm going to test this in the hub zombie area. I'm in full storm armor, and it is pretty max storm armor. It has perfect sapphires on it, and then obviously necrotic and loving. So first, I'm going to test out my heroic Hyperion. Keep in mind that all my talismans are reforged to Bizarre so that I get more intelligence. So as you can see, my Hyperion is doing about 1.3 or 1.2 million damage, and that does remain pretty consistent. And now for the Fire Veil Wand. It does about 670k damage, and it is pretty consistent with its damage, 678k. And as you could see, it literally follows me around wherever I go, so if I teleport to the other side of the map, it'll still work. Now you can also just spam this weapon, so as you can see, I can use it once, and then I can use it again and continue to spamming it, and I can just kill these way faster if I just spam the weapon, and it really doesn't cost that much mana either. Also, you can actually swap to another weapon while using this. So if I activate it and then I swap over to my Hyperion, as you can see, I'm doing a lot more damage. Now you can actually use this if you obviously can't afford a Hyperion to swap to another weapon like a Spirit Scepter, for example. But now let's go test this out in dungeons. Alright, so as you can see, I've just entered a floor 7 run. Now I'm obviously going to be playing the mage class. So first, let me just test out my Hyperion really quickly. I'm going to be using a sheep pet for this, and I used a sheep pet for the last test. So as you can see, the Hyperion obviously performing as well as you'd think it would, clearing perfectly. And now let's go ahead and test out the wand. So here's a Shadow Assassin, and let me just test this out by spamming it. And as you can see, that killed the Shadow Assassin really fast, especially considering that this is floor 7. And now let me just test it with some clearing. So as you can see, it's literally instantly clearing all of these mobs. If I go over to the next room, again, it's just clearing all these mobs very quickly and very efficiently. It does miss mobs sometimes, but obviously that is to be expected. It also almost one-taps everything. Of course, I'm a higher kata player, but still, this is really overpowered, especially for low kata players that can't afford much. And imagine the potential of this weapon in some lower floors, like floor 5 or floor 6. This can totally bring back mage meta for lower kata players. Now, obviously, I am taking quite a bit of damage here and playing kind of aggressively. But as you can see, that blood rush was not too bad. Again, considering that this is floor 7 we're talking about here. So this just kind of shows the potential of a weapon like this. Again, keep in mind that this is pretty cheap to craft. And honestly, I'm guessing this will sell for like 5 or 10 mil. Obviously, it doesn't outclass the Hyperion, but it really, really lives up to its standard. And this obviously, again, isn't the new Hyperion, but this can be really good and even comparable to the Hyperion at times. And again, keep in mind that you can hold out this weapon and then hold out another weapon by swapping to it. And it actually works for 5 seconds, and that'll be making you deal even more damage. Also, I don't think many people know a lot about the Kudra boss, but this is actually extremely useful for the Kudra boss. This is because in the Kudra boss, there are these cannons that you have to shoot at the Kudra, and basically while you're on these cannons, you can't hit any other mobs. And these mobs tend to swarm you and surround you, but you could just activate the ability of the Fire Veil Wand, and that'll take care of all the mobs while you can stay on your cannon and shoot it. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it really does help me out. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.